Okay, hello 5th grade. Today is day 23 of our video lessons. I hope you're all doing safe and hope you're all healthy and doing well. So, I saw some of your scores from Friday's test, and I think we need to go over multiplying fractions again. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go straight to the warm-up. Because I think there was just a misunderstanding on what does this mean, right? So, for example, if you had this on your test, this meant this was the same thing as 3 over 10 times 2. Okay, so you're now multiplying the 10 and the 2 here, and then dividing it by 3. This is how it looks, okay? So if you were to see this on the test, that means that you do it like this. Same thing here. If you have 1/2 times 4, then that is the same thing as 1 over 2 times 4. Okay, so now let's go ahead and solve it. We have 3 over 10 times 2. Well, there's different ways we can solve that, right? One of the ways is, well, 3 times 2, right, over 10. 3 times 2 is 6. And then our denominator does not change. And then we have 10. This is the same thing as saying 10 divided by 6. Ten goes into 6 0 times. And with this one, you will just leave it like that, right? Because it's a regular fraction. But the point is not your answer. The point is that I wanted you all to see that this is how it should look like. 3/10 times 2 is the same as 3 over 10 times 2. Okay? Hopefully you were not hopefully most of you were not getting confused on these. But based on your scores, I think some of you maybe got confused on how it should be written. So for number 2, it says 1/2 times 4. Well, then that means that it is 1 over 2 times 4. Okay, not 2 times 4, because then that'll give you this 1 over 8, and that doesn't make any sense, okay? It should look like that. So you multiply 1 times 4. 1 times 4 is 4 divided by 2. Okay, this right here is the same thing as doing that. So we do that. 2 goes into 4 2 times. And so your answer is, this is your whole number. This is your numerator. This is your denominator. But since this is 0 over 2, you have a 0 here, you can just erase that. And that is your answer. Alright? So, what you're going to do today, because I did not like your math test, you're going to do it again. I will put the link out again, and it's going to say fractions retest. And even if you did it already and you think you got a good score, do it again, okay? Again, I think some of you got confused, most of you got confused when it was written like that. That means that it should look like this, okay? If it's written like that, that means it should look like this, okay? So I'm just gonna go through a few more problems. And then hopefully you all understand it a little bit better. And again, remember, if you don't understand it, that's why we have our Zoom meetings, okay? That's when you ask your questions. So for example, if I have 4 over 5 times 5, then that is 4 times 5 over 5. 4 times 5, that's 20. This is the same thing as saying 5 divided by 20. And then we have 5 divided by 20. 5 goes into 24 times. Our answer is 4 wholes, 0 with the numerator, 5 with our denominator, but we have a 0, so that's our answer. Alright? Which you could have also done is you could have done it the drawing way, the picture way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Because we have 5 candies. Or 5 whatever you want to call them. 5 circles. Our denominator is 5, so we switch this up into 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes, 5 circles. How many can go in each circle? Exactly 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that's it. And then it's saying how much did your friend grab? 1 out of the 5, 2 out of the 5, 3, 4, or 5. They grabbed 4 out of the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many candies did they grab? 1, 2, 3, 4. Your answer is 4. And look, the same thing we got up here, okay? So again, different methods. Different methods you could have used. Another way is if you did the addition method. You're multiplying by 5, so that means you're adding 4 over 5, 5 times. 4 over 5 plus 4 over 5 plus 4 over 5 plus 4 over 5 plus 4 over 5. You add those up, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, 20. Your denominator does not change. So it's 20 divided by 5. And look, same thing that we got up here. 5 divided by 20, that is 4. 0, your answer is 405. But again, remember you have a 0 in your fraction, so it doesn't count. So your answer is 4. Alright? Again, everybody, different ways you can do it. Alright, now just do one more example, and that'll be it. Okay, so again, you're going to be doing your math test again. Hopefully this time you get higher scores. Alright, let's say that I have 8 over 12 times 8. And for this one, everybody, I am going to do the multiplication method. We have 8 times 8 over 12. What's the next step, everybody? Exactly, 8 times 8, that's 64 over 12. Then what do we do after this? Exactly, we divide it. 12 goes into 64, how many times? 5. 5, exactly. 12 times 5, that is 60. 64 minus 60, that is 4. And look, this time, we do have a fraction, right? Because our whole number is our answer, 5. Our numerator is our remainder, and our denominator is 12. And so our answer is 5, 4 over 12. Okay? And that's it. So again, I don't want to move on with our math because I want to make sure that we fully understand multiplication of fractions, okay? So today's video is not going to be long. This is all we're going to do for math. I just wanted to go through a few examples. So now you're going to go ahead and do the test again. Even if you already took it and you think you got a good score, take it again. All right, get an even better score. But again, if you see 3/10 times 2, for example, then this is how you rewrite it as 3 over 10x times 2. All right. And again, another example right here. For your math test, I'm gonna give you up until Wednesday to complete it. All right. So go ahead but again, since our video is not long today, I suggest you to do it today. Now, for your science, you're gonna go ahead and go to week 8, Systems of Life. And as a reminder, this test should have been completed already, week 7. So you go to week 8. You're gonna read our whole unit, okay? So all you're doing is just reading it. A pretty cool unit, I think. But yeah, that's it. All you're gonna do is just read the article, and that's it. And that's what you're gonna do for science. So reminder, everybody, today we have a Zoom meeting at 1 o'clock if you need to. If you have any questions on multiplying fractions, that'll be a perfect time for all of you to ask. You're gonna read all of this for your science, and that's it. Again, Zoom meeting at 1 o'clock. I hope to see you all there. You have a math test due Wednesday. But that's it. All right, everybody, have a great day.